Hey everyone, welcome to the new Collector Chatter.
Collecting is the way.
Let's chat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Collector Chatter. This is episode 100, which is super awesome, very exciting, and we have some amazing news if you guys obviously can't tell. We have a third member now of Collector Chatter, and that is Trey, South Texas Collectibles. Trey, welcome. This has been something we have actually been planning for a while. It has been like insane, but like welcome on, bro, and like it's good to have you here. First of all,
we're so pumped.
Thank you for having me. Obviously we've been talking for a while, and I know sometimes I kind of hinted it, like, oh, I definitely want to do this. Now that it's finally here, I'm definitely excited. I cannot wait to see, what comes up in Funko and what we talk about the future. Can't wait to get to 200. That's going to be great.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah,
it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Very, very exciting for us. I mean, we've been doing this. I can't believe this is 100. Like, it's a big milestone
it's
episode
crazy
for us in general. But like, it's been a build up. It's been a long way. It's been a while since we've been doing this. And Trey, obviously, we've had on. You have been a guest among a bunch of other people, but you've been on pretty much like the most. So
you definitely
now you're actually part of.
We've upgraded you.
This is official, guys. Yeah, like we don't have just like this side thing. We have a new logo. This is legit. There's going to be 3 of us now going forward, and we are super hyped about this. Trey, obviously, if you guys don't know him on like the content creator side, has his own stuff that he's been doing for such a long time. Tons of subscribers, TikTok, Instagram. He does a little bit of everything. Tons of shorts and stuff. So he's going to bring a whole nother side that we know will definitely help us here at Collector Chatter, and it's going to make us, more hopefully grow bigger. But honestly, it's just we talk all the time, so like this is perfect to just
so like why not make it official?
Exactly, talking on like this little podcast, right? But yeah, we'll start off just kind of just talking to Trey because I'm happy to have him on. And, like we said in the past, we've had him on, we've talked about topics and stuff like that. There is some stuff we want to talk about today, some news and some drama type stuff like we love talking about, which I'm sure we'll definitely get into. But yeah, Trey, like, first of all, like, how has everything been going with you and everything with South Texas Collectibles and your page and stuff? But like, I'm super excited to have you on board full time, let's say.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm definitely excited. Everything's been going good. So I just recently kind of took a break as far as making content, kind of I feel like everybody takes that every so often. Yep. But now I'm hoping to make more videos, obviously with NFTs, little shorts, obviously more Ninja Turtle stuff might come on the channel, but I'm definitely excited for that. I'm kind of currently redecorating, I guess, the room, as you would call it, like the whole display. Everything's going to change basically. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. It's funny how, like, I think when I started really contacting both of y'all, like, was it episode 30?
Dude, you were probably one. I mean, it's been a long time, and you were definitely one of our biggest fans, I feel like, and you always supported us, which we really appreciated. Like Mick said earlier on, when we first started this channel, we were having guests on. We kind of faded away from that, but you were one of those guests, I think, out of 4 we had. Yeah. And then you have been on multiple other episodes that we deemed the Collector Council, which now, like, you're just part of Collector Chatter. But yeah, I mean, we've always appreciated your support. So way to come full circle for you to be part of the podcast.
I know. It's crazy because, I mean, we've never met each other in person, right? We've always messaged or, obviously like this, and to, obviously do this every week, well, I'm sure maybe not every week, but hopefully we can, because I know, guys have vacation, we all have other lives outside of collecting. But yeah, it's crazy how, like, hopefully one day we can, maybe we can actually do like a live or maybe an episode like at New York City Comic-Con. I don't know.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, you figure it out because we're going to be there. So that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm working on that. That is in the books right now. So
yeah, that would be cool. I mean, like, and it was funny, like you said, yeah, we never met. We're like, you're in a completely different time zone. Obviously, you're in, Texas Central Time. We're over on the East Coast, so but we talk almost every day, at least about something, whether we're just like sending each other a post or just commenting on the latest crazy drama or something that's been going on. So yeah, it was like Charlie said, we did start off with like we were doing like interviews and stuff, kind of interviewing the community, but like it wasn't really like the route we really felt passionate about. It was more like just talking collectibles, and we started talking about news stuff, and then even the news stuff kind of changed a little bit, and it was just more like random topics and stuff. But all in all, it's always been at the core about collecting and stuff that we love and we're passionate about, and you've always been a huge supporter of the channel and of the podcast, that's for sure. So yeah, it just makes sense to have you be a part of it. Just be actually chatter. And I mean, I must say the logo, I think I did a pretty good job. It's pretty badass.
And the logo's pretty sick.
Getting us all in there with a new little revamp. So if you guys been following us on Instagram, we were kind of teasing the logo little by little. That last little picture was obviously the biggest tease because that was part of Trey's little thing would be. And depending on when you're listening to this, you may not have actually seen the full-blown actual logo yet, but it'll be out today. You'll see it. All our YouTube and all that stuff will start changing. But yeah, very excited. I just can't believe it's episode 100. I'm still kind of shocked that it's been. And like you said, we didn't do it every week. We've had time where we take off a week or two, with vacations and things or stuff come up. But I mean, it's been a couple of years, and we've been able to get to 100. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, like you said, on to 200 and 300. Let's try to get some subs.
You got to get people. 1K subs. Though,
yeah, we got to get a little bit of help there. Trey's the man when it comes to that. Yeah, Trey's the one when it comes to that. Hopefully, you can help us out with that. And like he said, yeah, like he's a diehard Ninja Turtle fan. So obviously, we're going to get some Ninja Turtle stuff. Whatever it is, we love collecting. We're going to start getting Trey into Lorcana cards.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to start buying some, yeah?
That's what Charlie's been poking at. Every time I go to Hot Topic or something, I see it, and I'm like,
grab a pack.
Oh, there's so
many
packs.
Once you start ripping one, that's when it's over. Dude, I just started.
That's literally what I'm afraid of.
You'll appreciate this. I just bought my first ever set of UFC cards. There's an autograph. No, this one.
Oh, nice.
Auto right there that I pulled. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Space. That's what makes them great.
I have so many damn cards compared to like Funko Pops and stuff. Because I've slowed down. I think we all kind of have gone through that. That's like a good thing to talk about because like we've all kind of related to like collecting, but switching up collections and we talked about it before. Me and Charlie, where we were like swapped over to Lorcana, and we started saying like, oh, this is really cool. It doesn't take as much space. We could put it in binders, put it in like sleeves and stuff. And Funko Pops has always been our passion, really, but they really do take a lot of space, and sometimes they make too many, and they get too pricey and stuff. So it's definitely changed for me. I would say, Charlie still kind of consistently gets probably more than I do. I haven't really bought too many Funko Pops in a while.
Yeah, I definitely, but I've slowed down a lot.
Yeah, like, and for you, yeah, for sure, it's been a slowdown. And I know Trey's been more of like the hunter of all of us.
Yeah.
He's when I'll go out there and hunt in the stores. I haven't really done something like that in a while.
It's actually funny because I actually did that today. I was like, let me. I woke up because obviously today was Memorial Day, and we were off. So I was like, okay, well, my alarm went off like at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I'm already up. What do I do? So I went to a Walmart. I went to a Target, and I was like,
Did you find anything?
No. I mean, there was stuff, but I was like, there's stuff I didn't need.
Yeah,
it's funny because the local collectors that I see every time I've gone early in the morning. They're like, man, I haven't seen you in a while. I was like, yeah, just haven't really been hunting, But maybe funny. I will. Maybe I'll do it a lot more. I don't know. Yeah. I like going to Ross now that we have a Five Below. I think I might go there.
Oh, we have them like all over. I have one like super close to me. Actually, I have a Target.
A million, as I call them, 5 and below.
Yeah. I had to call Charlie. I was like, I'm pretty sure every time I was like, you say 5 and below, and I was like, it's definitely just 5 below, but I get the concept like it is and below stuff. Well, even though now they have the Beyond section,
which they've
that's where I think Pops probably are because it's like $10. And
does your store have that, Trey?
I don't think so. I mean, they have the
okay.
little Funko section, like
So it's
at
like
the
a
end
newer
cap.
concept now of the store. Like it's funny. They've
It's like in
remodeled
the back.
everyone by me. It's in the back, and now it's just like a dollar store where stuff is no longer $1. There's now stuff more than $5
Yeah.
at Five Below.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah,
$10 section basically.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Yeah,
Like, which is
it's
still cool. You'll find some cheap stuff.
Oh,
but,
totally.
yeah,
But
for
it's just
sure.
funny.
It's just it is pretty funny because I was like, oh, but they're all like the mystery minis that are already open. They're just you can see which one you get now.
Yeah.
But we just got one probably maybe like a year ago. We just got it.
Oh, okay.
The closest
Yeah,
one was like 2 hours away.
Oh, we've had some around here. I feel like that's kind of been a pretty
They're
big
everywhere.
staple. Like,
But now Pops are actually
discount
starting
place.
to show up like at our local grocery stores now.
Whoa.
Really?
So we have a grocery store called HEB for the people, outside of
HEB,
Texas.
yeah, kind of.
HEB is like, I don't know. I guess
Is that why it's called the HEB Center?
HEB Center? Yeah,
The like arena?
yeah.
Oh,
It's a
so is that
grocery
based
store.
off of the grocery store? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's our local, but basically Texas's, grocery store, and now they're starting to get Pops, and occasionally they'll get Chases, and they'll be like $10. They get One Pieces. I see them like on Facebook, like on the local groups, and they'll find them there. I'm like, I didn't want to
Interesting.
Hilarious.
but now I have to go to HEB because I'm like, oh man, now I got to go grocery shopping and look for Pops.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. That's so funny. I mean, that perfectly transitions into a topic we wanted to talk about anyways, which is kind of like Funko now going out to these discount stores, let's say. And it's funny because like when I first heard it, it's like people were kind of hating on it and whatever. And like, we'll get into that. But originally I was kind of like, whatever, like, it's another store that you're able to get the Pops. Like, who cares? Like, it wasn't only Target and Walmart and Hot Topics. Now you're actually getting them in these other locations. But I think it's just like the whole aspect that they're usually like discount stores and like, because even like the Five Below that we were talking about, I mean, like that's always been like a very cheap store to get like, low end toys and little things that you can get that they're like cheap. They're not necessarily the biggest name brand, but that you can get like, dude, they have like a whole section that's like headphones. The headphones probably will break in like a week, but they have like tons and they look cool. And you're like, oh damn, look at this stuff. And the fact that they have Funko Pops there, it's like, all right, because to a kid and stuff, it looks like a toy. It's a little thing, like that makes sense. But to us, we know like they're collectibles and there's chases and they're supposed to have value and all this rarity, but they're discounting them. I think that's the part that's kind of like, what the hell is Funko doing? And even if some of them are, because I think Charlie, you said a bunch of them are like international or like those like special edition versions, like the fact that they're still discounted is what's like interesting, because I don't know if that's like killing Funko Pops in a way, or is it just like showing you that Funko has so much, so much that it just doesn't matter.
My take on this is like, and I know a lot of people on the internet and the community are saying it's, hurting the brand. I don't think it's cheapening the brand. At the end of the day, it's overproduced product that didn't sell. They're getting it off their books by selling it to the Marshalls of the world, which like also like Marshalls definitely does not have the same type of, connotation that I think it did years ago. I mean, that's probably one of the most successful retail businesses out there today. I mean, it's not quote unquote just a discount store. At this point, companies are making a product for Marshalls, and like that they're showing up there. It's just ones, like I said, that no one wanted. A lot of them I've seen are like the Wakanda Forever ones that, unfortunately, at that point, that was when Marvel really peaked and they made way too many.
Yeah.
And that movie was controversial anyway. It's just like, or they're damaged and they probably knew we're not going to sell these. No one's going to buy them from Funko, so let's just get rid of them. And then the whole Five and the Below of it, it's the same thing. And I don't, I said it. The whole Five Below. It just, that doesn't, whoever named that company, I don't like it. But whatever. They're the ones like Trey brought up perfectly before. They're making the mystery minis for them. They're open, and they're the ones like, if people aren't aware, you can't get everyone in that series. It's the commons essentially, the ones that have the.
At Five Below, they actually have some Five Below exclusives.
Yeah, the ones that you can see in the windows. I mean,
Yeah,
like how
but
you were
some of
saying
them are like,
before.
yeah, they have the common, and then some of them are usually like glow in the dark or metallic. It's very rare you find them, but they do apparently
Yes,
have
okay.
them. But for the most part, you are correct. They do have, the commons, like the
'Cause
one out of sixes.
what I was going for, which I know is near and dear to your heart, the Ninja Turtle ones, for example. You could get the turtles there basically, and like April O'Neil, which are all like the easiest ones to pull. You're
Yep.
not getting any of the harder ones to get. And then you are right. I think they've come up with a few Marvel ones that are Five Below exclusives, and yeah, they get the sticker on there and whatnot. But
yeah,
the moral of the story is I don't really think it's cheapening the brand. It's not like you're finding grails there.
Yeah.
It's not like the freaking.
Not
You
yet.
want to know what's
Not
cheapening?
yet.
Well, not yet. But what's cheapening the brand is the freaking warehouse sale.
Yeah, that's true. The only crazy thing I've seen, and I regret not buying, was I was at a Ross, and they had the Jurassic Park poster for like $15. I think it was for like $40 retail.
Yeah.
I regret.
Yeah, I got the Star Wars poster at Marshall's for like $12.99.
Yeah, it was cheap. It's crazy. I was like, oh,
yeah, for
man.
that's perfect.
And it's not like I could have hit it and come back for it later. I was like, oh, should have just bought it.
Yeah,
But
big ass. Yeah, I mean, and I agree. I think the Five Below, because they've had pops for a little while, so that's not necessarily new.
It must sell pretty well there.
Yeah, and for the most part, it is like cheaper pops, like obviously stuff that's not like got crazy value or that you're gonna really care that it's there. Like for a while, I think I remember telling you, Charlie, a while back, they had the Squid Game ones, and it was the ones that were like named differently.
Yes,
like it wasn't like Squid
People
Game.
People were going
like
nuts over it.
Yeah, they called it something else, and they were at freaking Five Below, and they're like literally like $5, $6, and I was like whatever. But then I think the Marshalls was where it was kind of like, okay, this is a little different because Marshalls is obviously a big name. It is known specifically for being a company that takes other companies overstock, essentially. Like, they have too much of certain, obviously clothing is like big there, right? So they have too many of these clothes or out of season or something that's not going to, which clothes rotate all the time. So you send it to Marshalls and you sell it for cheaper. And I always think it's hilarious because it's like what's the thing that's the way the sticker is, it'll be like normal price this, but then they'll show you what it's discounted, right? And then it's funny because that tag is never always the same as the original tag, which sometimes is a completely different price. But I think when it came to the Funko Pops, it's like I don't know if you've seen like some videos of some people have gone, like I haven't gone into a Marshalls yet since then, but we're talking stacks of pops. It's not like a little section of 5, 10. Yeah, like it's more than my Target at this point because my freaking Target sometimes doesn't even have that many pops. And I think it's just interesting to see which ones they're getting, because it's like, even if though they're not like super expensive, like Trey was saying, like sometimes they're getting mover posters, which obviously those aren't cheap pops. Sometimes they're getting, I actually saw one that had that huge music, the albums, a double.
They have mine at Blink 182, and it's completely cracked.
Well, that's another thing. That's another thing, is a lot of this stuff will be damaged, which obviously is probably why Funko, if they're in their warehouse, are not going to sell this, so they ship it off to them.
Exactly.
So, like, I get why Marshalls is getting it, and I think that counteracts the whole, like, well, this is cheapening the brand, or this is making Funko Pops not worth anything, because it's like those ones aren't necessarily worth that much. I just do think it's interesting that they're giving them off to them, and then obviously Marshalls is putting the price down on them. So really, it's just a place that you can get something for a little bit cheaper if you just want that random pop that maybe you happen to find, and it's not like the most popular thing or something. So like, I mean, I get it. And you also got to think about the people that go to Marshalls. Like if you're going to Marshalls, if you happen to see some of these, you might be like, oh, that's cool. You're probably not like a legit hardcore collector, just being like, well, Marshalls, well, maybe now it's going to be, but like Marshalls is my next stop in my hunt, like that's that's not probably what you're doing, but people are doing it now because it's new and it's like where, the hot thing where they're at right now. Yeah. Especially because they're cheaper, you can't, even though I hate when cheaper places put like those huge stickers on things. It just ruins it because they don't know what it is.
Even though, so yesterday I actually was at TJ Maxx, and
do they have there too?
Oh yeah. Because I mean, it's the same as Mart. It's
just, I know that they own. Yeah, they're all like under the same.
They're all owned by the same company, so it's all they share the stock. But
Yeah.
Farmer Freddy, the brand new one that you got for free. So here's what there's one in there, and Nikki actually is like, "Do you have this?" I'm like, "I actually got this for free from Funko," and part of me is like, "Did someone buy a pop there and take the sticker off and slap it on Farmer Freddy, or they really sent them one Farmer Freddy?" I found it so weird because no one has posted that they've seen Farmer Freddy anywhere.
Yeah, that's random.
Let us know in the comments if you got into Marshalls or TJ Maxx and you've seen a Farmer Freddy. But I thought that was a pretty rare find.
That's pretty new too, and like you said, it's not even one that you necessarily bought. It was like given to you, whatever.
They've never let you buy that. Like that was never for sale.
The only thing I found at Marshalls was the Luchador Spider-Man, but I actually pulled the chase on it.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
I do remember that.
They were typically. I'm a frequent Marshalls, TJ Maxxers. We have so many by us. Around the holiday time, I feel like for the past few years, Funkos were showing up there.
Yeah.
It was like at the end, they were probably getting rid of some stock. And then like over the past year or so, I kept seeing like, oh my God, they're clearly buying from Funko. And now like why it's blown up, as we're saying, they clearly are like, we're selling more to Marshalls than we ever have. Because like you said, there's a section there now. It's not just like random ones thrown in the toy section or found in like the for Father's Day section. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think they're gonna start? Maybe we'll get like a Marshalls exclusive. Like, it's
quite
gonna
frankly,
get that
I
big?
feel like they should, but I don't think it will. I think it's purely like, as we've been talking. Funko's trying to, as we've been talking about for the past few months, lean down, get rid of stuff. I mean, Marshall's the perfect people to buy it from them. I think it's as simple as that. I don't think this will last.
Yeah, I mean, it makes more sense than the whole warehouse sales and crap that they do, or throwing them away in landfills and stuff. So it's obviously a better way to still make money, get it out there, get it to a little bit more easily accessible. Yeah, this week I'm gonna have to stop by some of my Marshalls. Let's buy, because I haven't been to it in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, let us know what you guys think. I mean, down below, definitely comment. Like, is this cheapening the brand? Is it a good thing? Like, I feel like we all kind of feel the same way, that it's just an overstock and a way to get rid of excess stuff, which clearly goes to show you that Funko still is going through that issue. Like, they clearly still have way too much product. And I mean, I don't blame them for doing this, because it's funny that you brought up that farmer one, because I started like looking into doing some research on because I've known TJ Maxx and Marshalls and stuff for a long time, but I don't know if at one point I figured it was also kind of like a consignment type of place, but I don't think it is, right? Like, you can't go sell your stuff. It's only from like brands and they're giving it. Okay. Because if it was that, then that would have been interesting, because it would be like, are people just selling off collections to them and stuff? Like, that would be pretty nuts. But it's obviously not. It's just that it's random, because you're not getting like 20 of one pop. You're getting like 2 of this and 1 of that and 4 of those and 3 of these. So that's also weird.
It's also based by area, I think. I mean, one of my TJ Maxx has Gucci products in it, in a like legitimately in like a glass thing. That's why when I know some people were like, oh, like it's such a cheap, like that is a shitty store. Like, it's not anymore. It's got a pretty big cult following, and like you said earlier, like clothing is a perfect example. Stuff goes out of style. It's last season's. Gucci's no longer going to carry that in their store or on their website, so place like TJ Maxx buys it, and it's still expensive, but instead of paying like $1,500 or something, you get it for $500. Like, it's as simple as that. So definitely not.
Crazy. Yeah, I've never seen nothing that high. I've seen like
Ollie's too, right? Ollie's and
we don't
Ross too. Yeah, we don't have Ross either, but I know Ross is like that. Like, you can find Yeezys and Jordans and stuff there.
Yeah,
not realizing.
Another one, Tuesday Morning. Have you ever heard of that store?
It's funny. We used to have Tuesday Morning by me, and they've all gone out of business. But we're actually getting a Ross that's opening up right down the road from my house.
I was just gonna say, we don't have Ross up here. Like, I think Philly used to be like the closest.
So Tuesday Morning used to buy out.
I've gone in Funko Pops from there before, back in the day.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have Funko Pops there too. They usually buy out, unfortunately, like comic stores or little shops that go out of business, and they had like some of them had like some exclusives, but a lot of them were damaged as well. But I
Yeah,
know
and
Always
they
is another
smacked
place.
hardcore stickers on those.
Oh
But that
yeah,
was
that's the only
back in the
bad
day
thing too.
before
Big
I really
squares and
cared.
stuff right
Yeah,
in the front.
I couldn't
I
get
remember I found
like
a George Jetson Dorb. I think it was like limited to like 2,000 pieces or something like that.
That's
I mean, I
sick.
bought it just to have it.
dude,
But I was
it's
like,
so funny you just brought up Tuesday Morning because that used to be a great place to find pops for me back in the day. Like I would
I've
find
never heard of
random
that
ones.
place.
It was I had like one by me, and then like there may have been another one within like 45 minutes away. Like my mom used to go to the store all the time because they would sell home stuff. Like it was kind of, I don't really
Kind of
know
like
how to
Marshalls, kind of.
explain. Yes,
Marshalls
but
has
like
a lot of home stuff.
it does, but like they only sold, like they did not sell clothing. It was
Oh, like
legitimately
home
just
goods.
like, yeah, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah, but like not as big or to that caliber. It's hard to explain. Home goods would probably be the best
Yeah.
example, but they would have good Funko Pops, like ones that it wasn't trash. It was random ones that they were bought.
Yeah. I think they even I've seen Funko stuff at Home Goods.
Yeah, I mean,
Because they have a little kind of toy section, right, when you're going to pay and stuff.
yeah.
So I feel like they've randomly had stuff. So I wonder, maybe they'll get more. But yeah, just the new Funko. We're going to start seeing them at these places. I mean, I want to see stuff myself because I know sometimes you can't believe pictures. Like you'll see like somebody holding a grail or like an NFT pop, that kind of stuff. And it's like, is it real? Is it not? But once we really start seeing more of them, maybe it's going to be a little more believable. But yeah, definitely want to hear what everybody else thinks because, want to see what do you guys feel like this is doing to Funko, or is it a good thing or a bad thing? And personally, I think it's a good thing in the sense of like they need to get rid of this stuff because obviously they have to, and this is just a quicker way for them to do it.
Yeah.
Until they start putting like exclusive like con pops and things like that, then might be a little bit sus. But I wouldn't be very surprised to see that.
We had at my Marshalls the big doll from Squid Games that did the red light, green light.
Oh, that was con,
yeah,
right?
I mean shared sticker, but it was there.
Yeah, but
didn't they just show the what was it, the Venom with the sword and the hammer?
Yeah, that was the Funko Shop exclusive one, right?
Yeah, but it didn't have the shop exclusive sticker on it.
No sticker. But was that the one you had to get the bundle to get?
Yeah. That was like the mystery box or something like that. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's when it's going to start getting into a mess when you get the ones that are only in boxes or limited to this or whatever. That's when it becomes very messy for Funko. But speaking of, I don't know about messy, but something kind of new. We do have an NFT drop coming up. So obviously, we love talking about the NFT drops. I think we're not all like super hyped overall for this drop, but it is something new that is for the first time we're getting in the Funko NFT world. And of course, that is a Scooby-Doo set. This is series 2, right?
Yep.
Of the Scooby set. Which when we saw this was being announced, we kind of assumed it was going to be just a bunch of other random like villains or whatever. And that's pretty much kind of what they did. But we're getting for the first time not only a Grail, Legendaries, and a Royalty, but we're getting the Ultra drop. So when the Mythic pack actually came out, when that was announced and they were talking about it, you actually saw in like small text like Ultra was one of the like rarities. And it was a bit odd because no one had ever heard about this. And it's like, what does this mean? And you would think you hear Ultra, that means it's got to be even better, right? If it's not Mythic, but maybe it's like close to. And it's not. It's actually 5,000 pieces, whereas normally Legendaries are, 1,200, 1,400, 1,900, whatever. And the Grails are always $9.99. So this is technically the least rare of all of them, which is kind of going backwards of like what I would have thought. But I think Charlie said this in maybe when we were talking on Instagram or something, but I would think like this probably is just a way of getting more people into it, knowing that they have a chance of getting a redeemable.
Exactly.
So that's probably like kind of what they did with the Mythic, but not as like hard to get where you're guaranteed one. Yep. It's like that version, right? That's what I would think.
I mean, I completely agree. That's exactly what we were talking about. And you said it too. The only thing is the name is a joke in my opinion, because when you heard that and people were, before we knew this was official, someone actually even someone commented in one of our episodes, or maybe it was one of my NFT videos, like, did you see the Ultras coming? Everyone just assumed I did. This would be like on par with the Mythic. And yeah, Ultra just seems like a premium. It seems better than Legendary, in my opinion.
Yeah, or even like
yeah,
Grail. Like you would think it would be maybe as rare as Mythic, but you don't guarantee it. Like you have to actually just pull it. That's what I would think like Ultra would be like. Whereas this Mythic, you have to get the card back and you automatically get it. This is like you could just open up a random pack and it might have the Ultra in it.
Exactly. Which it's just, I find the naming convention, which is, I mean, I guess that's 1% of problems, but it just is a little strange. Even too, because this is totally a little off topic, but I know there's rumors Apple's new top end products are going to be called the Ultra. Yeah. So better than Pro. So I find it funny.
Yeah, that name like, means the best, essentially.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just, what do you think, Trey?
Yeah, I'm not getting this drop at all. There's nothing. I'm not a big Scooby-Doo fan at all. I mean, I do like Scooby-Doo when I was a kid, but it just, yeah, I'm not getting it. Even though the proto does look pretty cool, but
the proto's definitely cool.
Yeah.
And that's the royalty, which unfortunately means either obviously you have to get packs or you can buy the coin later. But yeah, I agree as well. It's not necessarily anything I'm gonna get. I'm gonna save money here, not having to get it. The Ultra One is a Scooby in like a disguise. It is a pretty cool like looking pop, like the one that they chose. And I guess being that it's an easier one to get, like clearly it's probably not gonna be really worth much because even like legendaries that are less than 2,000, they're getting like their value sometimes could be $30-$40 a lot of times. And like what is the Ultra going to be when it's 5,000 pieces? And then I was even looking at like the packs, like you're getting 21,000 standard and 17,000 premium, so it's not a lot of packs. Like it's a decently
this will
low
sell out,
number.
I think, too.
Yeah, a decently low number. But then when you see that many packs and there's 5,000 of it, like the chance, I mean, I'm sure in the site it shows the actual odds. It's got to be over 1%, right? Everything's usually like 0 something percent. Like I would think this is more than like a whole percent of like odds, because 5,000 that's like so much more. But yeah, I mean,
it's funny they don't show that anymore.
Interesting.
I mean, can do the math, but it's just they used to show that. It's almost like they don't want to show that because they think people are like, I'm never going to get it.
Yeah.
Like
but I used to think of that the Grails. I was like 0 1s, 1
it's impossible.
Point.
Yeah.
I remember the first NFT packs we ever got, which was Halloween Series 1, and I bought one pack and I pulled the freaking soda. And I was like, oh my God.
You only had one pack that time?
I
didn't open packs. Yeah. That was before
one pack. And I was like, oh my God, this isn't that hard.
It was also hard to get the packs, though.
No, it wasn't that hard.
And then I went.
It's hard. I gotta
but then
soda.
that was like our whole gimmick. I went on that streak of forever.
Yeah, I remember
always pulling. And then even when I joined in,
you were always pulling. It's crazy.
It was a weird thing, and we didn't get many packs back then.
No.
2 packs, maybe
max,
4.
Yeah.
But it was always like 2 packs, and we got lucky. Boom, pull something. And then I pulled obviously more grills than I can remember because Charlie knows all my grills, and I don't. I never remember what grills I pulled. But yeah, he knows all of them. But yeah, I mean, the royalty on this is cool. It's glow in the dark too. I do like that they're doing like metallic, glow in the dark. Like, they are kind of doing that more now.
Agreed.
Than just your standard regular ones. If you're a completionist of Scooby-Doo, obviously this is probably right up your alley. I'm sure there's people out there that we know.
Oh yeah,
just
I know
collect every single set.
Nuts.
Yeah, they'll probably go wild for this, but it's like whatever. Like literally none of the like I don't know Scooby-Doo enough to even know who some of these villains are.
It's funny though.
But
I agree. I'm not going for it, but like I'm looking at it right now. Like the Puppet Master one, for example, it's pretty sick. I'm not a big Scooby-Doo person either, but these, I feel like if you are a Scooby-Doo fan, this is probably pretty hyped. Like I think this is way better than the first one, in my opinion.
Yeah, the molds and everything are great. They
which is crazy because the first one, I won't. Like that's when they were still impossible to get. Like there was a point where I was trying to get all of them. I never even got through to get a pack. They all sold out.
Of the Scooby?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't even think I tried for that one.
I think this is going to be like a sellout.
Yeah, it should be. It's a popular enough, and like I said, it's a low enough number. It's not like massive like those DC ones and stuff. So it's obviously like
I think they're done
attainable.
with
Yeah, definitely. It makes more sense, and they see the hype and the sellouts are more exciting when it happens. But one thing I did want to point out, so this set is now officially over the 300 mark. So we now have this is
wow.
301, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of of redeemables. So we already have 300 redeemable, 306 after this redeemables, which is pretty crazy. That's like actually that high, counting like royalties and grails and all that stuff. So yeah, it's definitely growing. We're still going to keep seeing more sets. If you guys are, excited for the Scooby set, are you going to be going after this? It drops today when this episode comes out. So if you guys are, good luck. And hopefully you do get to pull something. I think I'm going to wait. I'm not going to get any. And then on the aftermarket, I'll probably look to see what these are like looking at price wise. And if that like Scooby in disguise isn't like super expensive, like maybe if I have some extra like wax stuff in there, I might go after it. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, I don't think anybody else is going. You guys aren't going after it. So yeah, so that'll be a pass for the majority of us. But yeah, and that brings up the like what's going to be coming in June, because we've been getting these announcements monthly of like what's going to come out, and now we haven't really heard anything. June's right around the corner next week, so I wonder what we get for June. Hopefully we get an announcement. I would assume maybe the end of this week.
You would
this
assume,
one will obviously drop,
unless they're not going to do that anymore. But I feel like that's the future of what they're doing.
Yeah, it feels like it builds a lot of excitement from doing it that way. So even though what's weird, I don't get those emails. Like I get the normal emails when I get orders and all that stuff, but I don't get any of those emails. I just see when like Diss Trackers or somebody posts it. And I'm
he posts about it before you get the freaking email.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I didn't get that email because they don't send me those. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't sign up to that version. But either way, speaking of selling out, let's talk about some of these sellouts, or quote unquote sellouts, that might be fake, they might be real, might be just Funko's new little way of getting like something hyped up. And we've talked about this forever, but I think they really do this. I think they put out like what they have so that it's exciting, then they restock it or whatever. But one of the latest ones was actually a 2-pack for Dragon Ball Z. So it is Goku and Jiren. This was actually a Funko Shop exclusive, so it was one of those ones that they, 9:30 Pacific time, wake up is going to drop out, whatever, and it sold out in a minute. Now, that's impressive, but Diss Trackers posted beforehand that there was only going to be about like 2,000 stock actually like put on the site. So when you think about it that way, like it's like 2,000 is not that much, so like it's not as cool, like it's not as surprising, but still a lot though, still sold out, right? So it still shows that there's hype. I mean, obviously Dragon Ball Z is exciting, like people love Dragon Ball Z, but I don't know. Do you think it's like really that hyped? Because now they're selling the friggin' special edition version, and you can pre-order them. So it's funny, clearly there's not only that many.
I don't think, and I don't know if either of you can, fact check me on this, but this wasn't supposed to originally be a Funko Shop exclusive. I think there was supposed to be another random thing, and it got changed over to Funko, which I find that interesting.
I want to say you're right. Who is it? Marty Funko on TikTok.
Our boy Marty Funko, which I know you're not a TikToker really makes, but he's basically
like huge. Yeah, basically like how I am with Ninja Turtles, but he is like
he called us like this is gonna sell out. And
I mean it's definitely cool. I like the characters. Yeah. I know the characters enough too.
I want to say he was saying it was originally going to be a hot topic. But I don't remember. It was so long ago, I think, when they first announced it, because I remember him talking about it a lot.
Yeah, it's just like it's weird because then now, and what's interesting is that the other sites, so like Aussie Collectibles is one that's now selling.
Actually, I just found it. It's supposed to be an AE exclusive.
AE, okay, yeah, I've heard of.
It's gonna pop up, but yeah,
okay,
yeah, I've heard of AE because they've done other anime stuff.
I feel like Funko's losing some partnerships. I feel like it's like, and they're just taking them to be Funko Shop exclusives.
But I think this happened before with an AE exclusive that became just a Funko Shop exclusive. So like, it must like fall through or something. But yeah, we're getting like in this. Obviously, it's like a pearlescent like look to them, so it's like pretty cool. But we are getting like the SE, which is a standard, not a standard, a special edition, which is like non Funko shop that's coming out at Ozzy Collectibles already. It has pre-orders, and then even the V Rare store, like these like random places, like they now have like pre-orders of this. So it's like
V Rare, they sell a ton of like anime Funkos.
Anime specifically, okay.
Yeah.
So, and someone put that, I don't know how true this is, but someone commented that the SE sticker is like 30K. So it's like, is there really that many?
Whoa.
So yeah, so that doesn't say it on the sticker, but someone just commented that, so who knows?
Dude,
but
honestly, not to go on a international sticker rampage here, Funko should just get rid of that, right? It's time. Like I don't understand why we have it. Like there's international like Hot Toys, for example. They only make X amount of those. It doesn't matter where you get them from. They're not even an American company, and when you get them, they ship internationally. Like Funko should just do that. In my opinion, I don't think they should be making stock just for them, even if it's harder for us to get. I'd rather it be that way, because we've had this problem with, we're talking about this with the sodas. It's just like a joke.
Well, what about like the other companies that aren't Funko that are exclusives? Like Walgreens and Target, they don't exist in certain countries. So like if they're not going to get those. I'm assuming that's why they do it, obviously. Not like Funko Shop ones, I don't think should do that. Because there even is a Funko Europe, like, you know, so like they should still have their ability to say Funko and they just get them if they want. But I feel like it's just with the other versions of stores usually Funko that don't exist.
I guess
but usually
right.
Funko stocks up on the website with the Walgreens sticker.
Yeah, they do.
So it's weird that they don't ship internationally.
Yeah, because Funko doesn't want to do it. That's the problem. I guess you're right. I'm like forgetting that's why the international sticker did start. The sodas were completely different. I never understood the sodas.
That was just having a different count, like with a different sticker and color and other stupid stuff. Even the pods.
Dude, honestly, then though, maybe I'm wrong in saying this. You're shit out of luck. I'm speaking. There's tons of.
Sorry, international listeners.
I mean, nothing against you guys. I love international travel. It's just more like for the collectability of it. I know, like, perfect example. We at one point we were enjoying getting those Kaz baby Hot Toys. They are not easy to get in the States.
Yeah.
They're a dime a dozen when you're in like Asia, even in Europe. But it's just like
makes sense.
It's just Funko is an American company, and I think they should get ones made just for them, which they do occasionally that we
like
can't
some
get.
Asia stuff, but
like there's a Freddy, I'm pretty sure, like European one that came out recently, where he was standing by like a sign and it said like London, Paris. Like I would love that one for my collection, and there's no way I could get that one unless I bought it from like some reseller afterwards on eBay.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's true. It adds the whole like excitement of like, oh, you can't get it, but you really want it, and you try to buy it later on. But like, I don't know, it's a tricky situation.
It just makes it the collectability of it. We question Funko's, credibility on this all the time, and like I think that's one of the problems.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. It's just it's a weird thing. Like I don't know if like it'll ever be really like there's a perfect solution for it, because I think when it comes to stuff that's supposed to be like quote unquote exclusive, that's when it kind of like gets like interesting. Like it's like, is it really? Versus if it was just like a common thing that you can also get somewhere else. And even like why can't it have the sticker but just be able to just ship internationally? Like that should be an option versus it just because they don't have that. Like we can get stuff with Canadian stickers and stuff if we wanted it to ship here.
Yeah.
Like even though, it's not from here, but like I don't know. It is something to think about. But yeah, that whole thing with Funko and like the fake like sellouts and stuff like that's gonna continue going. I feel like it's just like the way they do it with these numbers, and like the fact that they only put 2,000 of these up. Like this pop's gonna come back, I bet you. The Funko Shop version with that sticker. Like we're gonna see a restock. And we're gonna see a restock because we keep seeing it happen. And I know, Trey, before we got on, we were talking about a couple things we were gonna talk about, and you mentioned like One Piece.
Yep.
Like they keep doing it with the One Piece stuff, right?
Yeah. The what was it? The Brook and then the Chopper.
Armor Chopper. They did it with, and like they're doing it with other ones that, dish trackers now will get those images where it's like 2.5K stocked and loaded.
Yeah.
And like they're getting that information, and they're
that's like this new one, Marco.
Yeah,
4.1K is loaded. That one's not out yet, but
that's a restock.
know.
That's restock.
Oh, that one was a restock.
Yeah,
but just it says like they just don't know what day that was going to come out or whatever when they posted it.
Because what
they know ahead of time, obviously.
Yeah, because so what we were talking about earlier before we started. So like this Armor Chopper one, that is old, been gone, came back, but like Funko sent out an email and like on their official, like, this is dropping today at 9:30, a.m. Pacific time. Like they even made that a drop for a restock. Like they're totally like feeding into the popularity of One Piece to create demand.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me. It's not just like at one point they were randomly restocking them at like 3 a.m. Eastern time. And if you were lucky enough to have insomnia or, live on the West Coast, you probably got them. East Coast people didn't.
It's the same thing with the Peter Parker, the symbiote one. That one had 11,000 stock and sold out. And then I think in the middle of the night or early morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, a restock.
Yeah,
which is annoying.
The Armor Chopper has a chase too, of course, which is even more like.
The chases have all been restocked whenever like all of these ones have been dropping. It's not like it's random stock that they found that don't have chases.
Yeah, of course not. It's got to be like either fake numbers, like we've said in the past, or it's just stuff that they just keep making more or have or whatever. I don't know. It's pretty wild that it's still going on. It's obviously not going to stop because this isn't the first time that this actually has happened. When it comes to like seeing these restocks or just having more stuff pop up out of nowhere that we thought were supposed to be gone because there was only a certain amount of them, but that obviously is not.
Also, I want to say too, we have like 20 plus different countries that listen to our podcast, so that was no shade towards the international fans. I just was just like thinking about it because I now feel bad that I said that, but it's just kind of that whole thing is just crazy. Funko should handle that better, and we can move on. I just wanted to say thank you for supporting and listening to Collector Chatter.
Yes, please subscribe and stay subscribed. We appreciate it. We have a lot of waves of like new pops were getting announced. Some stuff that's not like too exciting or whatever, but there was one like little batch of stuff that I know we all were like pretty hyped about. We're like, oh, this is pretty cool, and it kind of fell into like retro toys ish ad icons. Like it was a mix of different lines, but they're all like they were naming it like 90s capsule pops because obviously it was stuff from the 90s, and most of them were pretty sweet. I mean, I know we were talking about like some of these, like right off the bat, like I thought the MTV one was pretty cool. Like obviously,
I love that one.
Literally says music television. It's a little TV box with the MTV logo on it. Like that one was pretty awesome. I know there was like Trey, we were hyped about the Surge one, right? Like the Surge can.
So we're getting that one. That one I liked. The second best. The first one was the Street Sharks for sure.
Street Sharks for me.
Street Shark, yeah.
That's like I remember having those toys. I love those, and like this pop looks awesome. Like I think they should be doing. It's funny because I don't think the '90s capsule is like an official Funko terminology. I think like dish trackers and everyone were just
they just call it that. Yeah, because they're all in different lines. Like some are ad icons, some are retro toys, some are TV.
Like Funko should actually be doing commercials. It's funny. I didn't, but I saw it like online not that long ago.
Vin Diesel commercials when he had hair.
Of Street Sharks?
So yeah. Like he's there. He's like talking about him and like talking about their moves and all this other. It's so funny.
So funny.
That's hilarious. Yeah, definitely a cool set.
The Simon one was cool. Oh, sorry. What were you saying, Trey?
The Demona from Gargoyles.
Yeah.
That one's
Gargoyles. Mm-hmm. Yep, and the Simon one, like I said. Yeah, like
and that has a
obviously the little
chase, which is
game.
cool.
Does it?
Yeah, it
I
glows in
didn't
the
realize
dark,
that.
which it
Oh,
just
okay.
should
Oh,
glow
that's
in the
awesome.
dark.
Yeah, it
and
should have
then
just been a glow in the dark for the first place.
we got that Care Bears cousins.
Yeah, random.
Braveheart line. So I mean, I don't look at that and think of this is so out of place with these, but maybe I'm wrong.
Older than 90s, no?
Yeah, unless Care Bears cousins. I don't know.
Maybe?
I don't know what
I
that
don't
is.
even know what that was.
I didn't
know it was a
watch Care
thing.
Bears because you got made fun of if you watched Care Bears in the 90s.
Yeah, I definitely.
It's also just funny. I feel like we've never really shouted him out on the podcast, but I'm going to give Marty Funko another shout out because he was ripping this because he's like, it's not even a bear, it's a lion.
It is a lion. I was going to say,
funny.
I didn't think it was a bear because I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah, I don't. It's like, let us know in the comments. Does anyone who listens collect Care Bears? Because I feel like people must because they keep making them. It's not I do feel like Funko is smart enough to when they're start building out lines, they're not going to keep making them if people aren't buying them. Because there's a lot of Care Bears at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they obviously have enough to make, but
and all of them usually have chases too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, though. There's some lines that I feel like do not sell, and they still make them sometimes. It's kind of, I don't know.
No,
there's
you're
definitely some that I'm
wrong.
like, why are they still making these? And they do. But, I mean, I guess they got that license. Maybe the part of that contract, whatever, is like you got to put out X amount of stuff, whatever. Yeah. So it's like, all right, let's keep pumping these out. Because, yeah, dude, speaking of, because we don't need to go down this because it's terrible, but they're doing Care Bears Universal Monsters mashup.
I did want to talk about that, so I'm happy you did. I think that's so dumb.
Dude, that's insane. Like, literally, we're getting Cheer Bear as Bride Frankenstein. Then we're getting Grumpy Bear as Frankenstein. We're getting Bedtime Bear as a mummy, and then Tender Heart Bear as Dracula. And I mean, again, if you're Care Bears hardcore person, this is probably right up your alley. Like, oh, this is cool. These are a little bit of a mashup. Like, I love Universal Monsters. I just love horror. I love all that stuff. But I do not give two craps about the fact that there's a Care Bear version of these because that just is not. I don't know. It just looks ridiculous. In my opinion.
I didn't realize, which I'm searching right now. Does Universal own Care Bears now? I didn't think they did. That's a weird mashup to have. They normally don't cross.
It may be because of that,
brands.
Right?
Yeah. It's just weird.
It was so funny because I was just looking through and I saw those pop up and I'm like, oh God, that's just another terrible looking.
It's funny. They actually are making actual Care Bears of these two, plushies, not Funko, the real. I just searched them.
Monsters ones?
Yes, they were at the toy fair.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's where the other ones were. We're at the Lost.
Okay, so it must be a thing.
Yeah, that's terrible. But yeah, enough Care Bears, bro. That's insane. What one drop that I did want to talk about, and specifically because of what they dropped with it, is the Shrek stuff. So obviously we talked about, I think we did mention that there was going to be some Shrek pops, and we don't really have to get into the pops. It's like, whatever, we got some Shrek stuff. But it's the fact that we got a Shrek soda. And, it's not a con, which, we were kind of saying they're only coming out of cons, randomly. It's a numbered soda. So it's not like the non-number ones, and obviously has a chase and everything. So you got a regular looking Shrek. You got the muddy version of Shrek. It's not the best ever, but
it's not bad though.
It is cool. Yeah, I kind of wish they did the good looking Shrek version of him.
The chase is lazy.
That would have been a better chase. But it's cool to get the soda itself looks pretty cool. Just the common, the chase. It's just more of a lazy. They just added mud to the same mold. But it's a new soda. And it's still giving us a little bit of hope that soda's still a thing, but it could just be one that they've always knew they were going to come out with because of the Shrek line that came out. But I don't know if you guys think.
Yeah, I'm standing. I'm dying on that hill. This is just they're getting rid of what's been made. And I still do think they could exhaust them at cons though for a few years. Like you know, who knows? But the days of getting, I mean, we legitimately have said this before. We would have episodes where basically all we talked about were all of the new sodas that are coming out. That's never happening again.
Waves.
We will never have an episode like that in the new era of Collector Chatter.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
If you just jumped on Collector Chatter in episode 100, go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were just talking about sodas because you don't even know. You don't even know. Like, isn't it crazy to think that because Funko, because we've been doing this for a while, but Funko has been around long enough that now we're in the stage that there'll be new collectors that probably have no idea what sodas are.
Crazy.
Or like they're like so nostalgic because it's like us with Dorbz and like bobbleheads.
I think you have to order.
I'm laughing about the Dorbz.
You got to order that Shrek soda.
You got to open that box.
The box for like 5 years.
Yeah, you got to open that box, dude.
That's what I gotta do. I'm gonna start ordering that. Dude, I could still go on Gemini Collectibles and get any soda. If you guys don't know about this site, go to Gemini Collectibles. You could literally, if you have never gotten sodas and you want some OG sodas, they have like almost literally every soda that's ever existed. Almost.
That's the place to go.
And you can get them there, and you get amazing. They ship quick and everything. Like, I'm surprised they still like are in business because that company still sells. That's where my box of Dorbz came from. That's like, dude, and this was like 3 years ago. And it is insane. I need to open it. I was thinking about opening it today, but I don't know if I want to open it or if I want to see.
You should open it on this episode.
Dude,
yeah, you should.
Dude, it's insane. Should I open it?
I think you should.
This is gonna be crazy because this has been. You guys don't even understand when I show you. Hold on one second.
The box is probably all dusty.
Dude, just wait. Hold on.
Oh, dude, that's great.
This is amazing. This is why you've come to episode 100, not just because we have Trey, we have our new sick logo, but Migs is finally opening this box of Dorbz. Oh, and here, if you're watching, okay, so obviously if you're listening on podcast platforms, we really appreciate it. But if you are, come over to YouTube, and if you're looking on YouTube, you obviously just got to see this amazing, huge box because it is huge. It took up Migs' entire part of the screen and is a ginormous box. I was letting all the people who listen on Spotify or Apple.
If you're listening, you're not gonna see this. Oh shit! Hold on, just dropped the water.
Dude, that's so funny. That box.
Oh no! It's a huge Dorbz box.
No, the box isn't even on.
And here's what's great, everyone. Migs does not even really probably remember everything that's in this box. Like he's actually surprised. This is minus
dripping on my cards. Look at that.
Oh no!
I literally dropped the water on my desk. Oh, this is fun.
Is there, dude? Do you need to? Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, it's only on my desk, but now I gotta figure out how to try this shit. All right, give me a second.
No problem. Me and Trey will. But what I was
keep talking because we're gonna get the Dorbz open.
Yeah, because what I was letting everyone know, this will basically be like a mystery box because he doesn't probably really remember what's in this. I'm pretty sure there's a few horror Dorbz in there, but Trey, do you have any Dorbz in your collection?
I actually do. I actually bought the Michelangelo or Raphael from Gemini Collectibles. What do you know?
There you go. Another great shout out to Gemini Collectibles.
Yeah,
I feel like you got to get all the turtles and the Dorbz.
Dude, I need to get. They actually still sell them by the case. You can buy 6 for like $20.
From where?
Or something like that. On Gemini.
Oh, they're selling them by the case?
Yeah. Well, at least some of the Ninja Turtle ones. I haven't really looked at the other ones, but yeah.
Wow. Bring Dorbz back, Funko. Bring Dorbz back.
Dude, yeah. I think that'd be pretty cool. But like I said, I want to say they sell them by the case. And they even sell them by like the master cases too.
Oh my God.
Dude, that would be so much. Like, what would you? I mean, obviously, it'd probably be for like a store, but Yeah,
it's so funny. I don't remember for the life of me where I was recently, but totally random. But my dad, Jiminy Cricket is like his favorite Disney character, and I bought him like all the Jiminy Cricket Funko Pops. Like he has them all. Actually, just got him the soda. And the other day, I was in a store. You know, it may have, I don't remember if it was FYE randomly in a mall, and they had just one Dorb, and it was Jiminy Cricket. And Nikki's like, "You got to get this for your dad," but I'm just like,
Dorb?
"Yeah, a Dorb." And I'm just like, "This is so random." What Trey was saying, I said, "Do you have any Dorbs?" He goes, "I have like a couple of the Ninja Turtles. Got them from Gemini."
Yeah, dude, they still have some. They still have some on there. So I'll tell you. So yeah, Gemini. Obviously, that's where I used to get tons of my sodas, and I even got some plush stuff on there. They obviously sell some Funko Pops and stuff, but they have Dorbs, and they even have like other old Funko type things.
They have basically every product.
Yeah, Hikari stuff,
rock candy.
Dude, so much water spilled all over my desk. It was ridiculous.
It didn't ruin the cards of your computer, did it?
Well, no, my computer's up on a stand.
Okay.
And then my screen the bottom got wet, but that's fine. It's not really. But my cards, they might be because they're all wet, but they're like stuck together. But like the UFC cards are like shiny.
Okay,
thick, shiny ones. So I need to just dry them and they'll be good. They're not like, I mean, they are kind of cardboard, I guess, but
no, but
like the Arcana card. Like if it was a freaking Arcana card, it would have been nuts. I don't know. I gotta try this up later. We gotta get into this because it'll take it too much time. No, I have the good ones. I have in like these sleeves, but the ones that got wet are the ones at the bottom, which are just like random ones.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, let's get into this. So I have a box here from Gemini Collectibles. Obviously, this is back when I was heavy and buying stuff and getting videos out there on Pop Mix, which I have not posted a video in like 4 months, almost 5 months. This box. See if I can get it on here. You're not going to believe me. All right. So there is a date. Wait, where is the date? It's on that side. So it's over here. Okay.
It's hard to see.
Is it?
Say 21?
Yep. Now 11, I can see 21. Oh, my.
November 8th, 2021. So we are now, what are you at? Almost 3 years? Like 2.5 years, let's say. This box, literally, I just now ripped. It was sealed. And it's only Dorbz because I just did like a Dorbz order because I didn't really have Dorbz. I don't have Dorbz. These were going to be my first Dorbz. I hope there's actually Dorbz in here.
All right. I hope it's what you ordered.
It's been 3 years. All right, here's the
the
receipt. So, okay, it shows my receipt that I purchased November 2021. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Dorbz in here. It's like a bunch of horror stuff and some DC stuff. But, like, I don't know if you ever got any of them. Peanuts.
They always have tons of peanuts.
Always peanuts. And we got, this one's just chilling on top.
Oh, for everyone.
Batman.
That's a Batman Dorbz. Let's go.
Batman. Like
that one's pretty cool.
OG,
is that like a metallic?
Blue. No,
but it looks good on screen.
Yeah, it just looks like really shiny.
Dorbz are an extremely underrated line. If you collect a Dorbz, let us know in the comments.
These are tiny. I didn't realize they were this small. Not big. Dude, I tell you, I've never had these things.
They were the soda before the soda.
Box in a box. Oh, I forgot this one.
Speaking of Dorbz, if you follow what's his name? Casey Jones 14, he has the
all
biggest
that Dorbz wall.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
His Dorbz collection is insane.
This.
Oh. Dang. We got that Batmobile.
Cool.
Walmart exclusive from Gemini Collectibles, baby. Yo, this is fire. Batman with the Batmobile. I can't believe I've never opened this box. Then we have...
This is amazing.
The box inside of a box. Peanuts are going everywhere. I feel like I don't have everything I ordered. Unless they all fit in this box. No. This is all that's left. So, wait, I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
no way.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, I ordered 10, counting the Bat Mobile.
And you've only shown 2. So, I hope 8 are in that box.
They are. They're so small.
Oh.
So it's in a box in a box.
Okay.
This box. So there's like 8 in here. Doesn't seem like there is, but there is.
Because I don't think they would have. I don't think customer service would have helped you.
I got an order, dude. You can see the video. I just opened it. Forgot I had it back in 2021. So here's like the horror ones. I got Alien.
Oh, nice.
That one's cool.
I want $3.98. Jeez, there's a lot of Dorbz out there, huh? Shining.
Okay.
That's cool. We got
Bring back the Dorbz.
Pennywise.
Oh, that's
If you guys are Dorbz fans out there, let me know. This one's under horror, not under like the name, and it's Freddy.
Number 58 to that?
58, yeah.
Okay.
Some of the other ones are like 400, 300. The Batman's 25 and 23. And we got, oh Jesus, it was a lot, huh? This is another one that says horror. Pinhead. I guess the lower numbers were under horror, and then later on they were just under their what they actually like the movie. Jason, action. Obviously, I'm a horror fan, guys. And the last 2, Leatherface.
Hell yeah!
And this one's open. Beetlejuice. Just in time for the new movie.
I was about to say.
I knew the sequel was coming out.
Honestly, Dorbz deserve prime location in your display behind you.
Bro, I kind of like these because they're small.
Dude, the Dorbz...
So, like, they don't take up too much space.
Underrated.
They, like, clearly... Dude, these are from 2015. Like, the actual Dorbz themselves. 2015, all of these.
Damn.
Yeah, 2015, every single one. That's
honestly, one of my favorite...
when Dorbz died in 2015.
Dude, it's hard to believe this, but there was a point where, like, Dorbz are pretty big. As you see, they were getting exclusives.
These boxes are sick, too.
They're awesome. I have... One of my favorite things in my whole collection is the pirate ship from Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride in Disney World.
Really? Yeah, the ride thing is cool. Like, the Batman one, like...
Those rides
they're definitely smaller than I thought.
Rides.
So I do technically... Oh, I think I threw them away. But technically had the, like, baby-sized, like, Dorbz things that were, like...
Oh, yeah, the pint-sized heroes.
Yeah, they were, like... They looked just like Dorbz, but they were, like, little.
Yeah.
I had a couple of those, and at some point, I think I threw them away, but...
I think Reese O'Brien is the one who designed those. He actually recently posted something on his Instagram account, like old sketches of ones that they were going to come out.
I picked up the box, I hope you guys can see. It's just straight dust.
Oh, well, Sin's going to be happy that this is gone.
Dude, she's been asking me to open this damn box for so long. It's just been sitting in the corner next to my dresser for 2.5 years. If you want to talk about having like the craziest like self-control, I don't know how I never opened these.
I don't either.
But I mean, that was a perfect way to do an episode.
People
100.
have asked about this in the comments. No joke. When are we getting the Dorbz? When are we getting
there? It is, guys. Hopefully you stuck it out long enough, because if you're not, you need to listen. And obviously, if you're listening on podcasts, because I know we got some people exclusively there, you gotta head over to YouTube, because
you have to.
That's where you're gonna see all these beautiful Dorbz. Bro, I have like the whole series now of these fucking guys. Because I got like all 4 of these.
You need to take a picture of these and post them on Instagram.
Oh yeah, everyone's gonna go crazy.
This is just like
the and I'd be like, bro, has anyone heard of Dorbz? I just bought all these sick Dorbz. They're like, dude, they have been done. I don't know why they're like so cool when they're small. Maybe because they just were too similar to having like. I mean, they don't look like Pops. They have their eyes closed and stuff. They're all sleeping.
They're super cool.
Really all sleeping.
Yeah, I liked them. I like them. Like I said, I'll probably end up.
I might get more at Gemini, bro. Gemini has more.
They're cool.
Check them out. Buy more and then keep them for another.
Trey was mentioning it because it's funny because I wanted to mention it too, and you beat me to it. Like Casey Jones, or what is his Instagram handle?
Casey
Do you know off the top of your head?
Jones, 14 on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not following him, go follow him. He has great content. He has basically he is the Dorbz king. His entire wall.
Not anymore, bro. Not anymore. After what I just opened up. Also, some of these have a thing on them. I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if this is like part of their name, but vinyl sugar.
Whoa.
You know what that is?
What? I thought that was an old Funko line.
So at the bottom it says Dorbz vinyl sugar.
Okay.
But it doesn't say it on all of them. It says it on the horror ones, and it says it on the Batman Series 1 that I have here.
Interesting.
The Rides obviously says Rides, and then the Beetlejuice doesn't. It just says Dorbz on it. So I guess based off of
that was kind of like how when Pops came out, some of them had like Pop Life.
It's like
under
because this is like the early ones, like number 50, like those. The ones that are in the hundreds, like 400 and 300, they don't say that. So it looks like that changed. Okay. So looked. Like
because I remember there were some Pops that had like Pop Life, like what was the one? Conor McGregor's. He had under one of his had Pop Life.
So Vinyl Sugar used to be Funko's art toy company. And they were a line.
That's probably why it says like literally horror. Like it doesn't say the actual name, which is kind of interesting. Like it doesn't say Pinhead. It doesn't say like that's kind of weird.
It's just interesting. So I guess the Dorbz line is older than I thought it was. It's just interesting that Funko was like using that name.
Dude, it even says Vinyl Sugar at the bottom, manufactured by Vinyl Sugar in Everett, Washington. It wasn't even Funko.
Yeah.
And literally,
I never knew that.
I don't know if these still exist, but it's like their Instagram handle / Vinyl Sugar, Twitter.com / Vinyl Sugar.
I'm reading this right now. They bought Vinyl Sugar.
So then that's when now, that makes sense. Because then now the bottom of the other boxes that are newer just say Funko. Like, wait.
So that is not technically
so these
a
horror
Funko
ones
product.
Aren't even Funko.
No. Wow.
Holy hell, bro.
I did not know that.
Gold mine sitting in my room. No idea.
My mind is blown right now, which maybe we should have known this, but this article, Funko press release from November 9th.
When did they buy it?
November 9th, 2015.
Oh, yeah, these all say 2015 now.
So they bought like a bunch of those products that they, like the sugar candy ones.
Rock candy.
Rock candy. They all were from this company. Vinyl Vixens, Vinyl Idols, Super Deluxe.
Jesus,
this is a perfect.
If I never opened this 100. For another 3 years, no one would know.
No,
well, other people would. We wouldn't.
Vinyl Sugar website and social channels will be retired soon. So make sure to follow on Funko, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up with the new product announcements. No wonder they killed.
It says Twitter. It doesn't even say X, bro. That's how you know how old it is. Wow, insane! Wow, this is a great little ending to the episode.
I agree. That was a great ending.
That was fun. I did want to announce something too. This is not collector related, but Charlie will appreciate this. Maybe even you, Trey. This is for all the baseball fans out there. But Angel Hernandez has retired from MLB umpiring after 3 decades of trash calls,
cheating, terrible. Well, dude, not to derail this episode because the Dorbz excitement. Now you're getting me in baseball. I saw an article yesterday. Within a few years, they're saying it may be completely balls and strikes.
Robots.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
Knew.
I think he gracefully got to retire. In my opinion.
3 decades, a freaking clown. Yeah, all right, what an episode! Episode 100, Collector Chatter. Yes. Come and see Dorbz open up after 3 years, and wow, chaos.
We're pumped to have you, Trey, too.
Yes, Trey. Thank you for being now officially a part of this going forward. Hope you guys love the logo and all the new branding and stuff we're going to have going out there because we are super hyped and excited for this now 3-man show that we call Collector Chatter. So look for more stuff from us. Obviously, we'll try to be a little bit more, active on the social media platforms. Having Trey on as well is going to help. If we can't really get to anything, you'll be able to help out. So hopefully we can get some more content out there for you guys, whether it's like more short form stuff, hopefully, along with obviously these long form episodes, which I don't even know how long this one was.
Trey's
it was
the short master.
It was a great one. Yeah, he killed the shorts and he has like 1 million views in one of his. So maybe we can chop up some of this some of these Dorbz stuff. maybe I don't know if Dorbz is relevant anymore if we put that in the tags, but we'll
maybe
figure
one
it
of us
out.
need
But
to paint ourselves green.
Yeah,
right.
Supposedly, because that's hype too. I can't believe I opened up this box, bro. This is insane.
I'm so pumped right now. This is
so insane.
Unreal.
Amazing
Unreal.
episode. Episode 100 has been super fun. Can't wait for more. We're just going to continue chugging along episode 101 and going forward. So Charlie, Trey, thank you guys, for another amazing episode. Definitely make sure to check us out. Now we have a new person you got to start following if you haven't already. I'm sure you kind of know about Trey already if you've been listening to us for a while. But make sure you guys are liking the video. Please comment down below and subscribe. If you're listening on the podcast, this is definitely one you want to be watching on YouTube. So if you haven't already, hop over to YouTube, check us out, because this has been a great episode. But, you can let everybody know where to find all of us, including the new man to the crew.
So you can find us at Collector Chatter and then at Collector. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart right now. We're gonna edit.
Collector Chatter.
Too much excitement.
We're too much excitement. We're gonna edit that part out.
At Collector Chatter.
So if you guys haven't already, you can follow us at Collector Chatter, at Collector Charlie _ Oh my God, I'm dude. You know what? It's so weird. I normally say at Pop _ Megs because you're like over there, and I'm trying to do them in the right order.
So keeping this in. We're keeping this in. Keep it going.
No. All right. So for the final time, you can find us at Collector Chatter, and then you can also find us at Collector _ Charlie, at Pop _ Megs, and at STX _ Collectibles. We all have to have underscore in our name because for whatever reason, the other names were taken, which I hate. But yeah, if you haven't already, can you please like this video, hit that notification bell so you know when new episodes are coming out. Like we said, we're going to have, I think, more shorts. We're going to have more stuff coming out. More Lorcana cards are coming. We're going to get that UFC cards are coming. Trey's going to get some maybe Ninja Turtle
Dry
cards.
off my cards.
We're going to get all this stuff.
I do have Ninja Turtle cards that have not been opened since like the 90s.
Dude.
Let's go.
We got to open those cards. Also, let us know what you think. If you're pumped about Trey coming, of course you're pumped about Trey coming. If you're not pumped about Trey coming, don't let us know in the comments. I'm like having I'm on a buzz right now.
It's off the rails.
It's off the rails. This is what the new Collector Chatter is going to be too. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. We're not just going to read just the news because we're going to have random topics. Let us know what you want those random topics to be as well in the comments. We used to do a lot of that in the beginning. Now, episode 100, we want to get back to that because also, if you haven't already listened to that Dorbz episode, you should go listen to the Dorbz episode. We went a deep dive in Dorbz. We did a deep dive in tons of products, and we're going to keep doing that.
Dude, that episode came out after I think I had the Dorbz box.
I think it did too. When we did the episode, you were like, "Oh my God, I got to get Dorbz."
I need Dorbz.
Trey, do you want to add anything to this crazy ending?
I'm glad to be here. I cannot wait to talk to you guys every week. Talk about the news, random, obviously stuff, not just Funko, maybe Lorcana, maybe down the line. For me, nice. I'm not there yet, but I know you guys are pushing that. Hopefully, we get more into maybe other collectibles, like Charlie mentioned earlier, and what you got for your birthday, I believe, or was it your anniversary? Hot toys.
Oh yeah, Hot Toys. Go. If you haven't listened to that Hot Toys episode, go listen to that one too.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm excited. I love collecting. Obviously, we all have different things, but we all have one thing in common: Funko, Pops, sodas, NFTs. I'm excited, definitely for sure.
All right, everyone. As you know, collecting is the way. Episode 100 later.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Bye,